Hey guys, sorry for the delay. It's been a little bit, probably a little bit over a month since my last video, and yeah, just been busy. You know how it goes. But been watching everyone's vids, been commenting, trying to comment, but at least been liking them, and all that. Yeah, what I've been up to, just pretty much work. Work's been killing me. Started a new diet plan, trying to drop some weight, following the lead of Mr. Tony of the Dead and What Movie Won. Uh, just, that sort of thing. But I got some pickups here, and this is going to be stuff I picked up for the month of May. And first thing here is this Death Wound zine. This is a fairly new horror zine, and I think it has music in it too. I've just got this today in the mail. It came with this zombie window. I don't know what you call these, danglers, I guess, like old fashioned. They hinged, and they have these arms and legs that can twist and everything. So it came with that, and it came with an unused score for a Sergio Martino film called La Puntura. I can't even pronounce this. But yeah, so very cool stuff there. Uh, I first noticed Death Wound at in someone's video. They had a setup with Massacre Video at Cinema Wasteland, and yeah, Massacre Video was selling their zine and also toe tags. So I said, oh, let me check them out. So I went on their website and ordered a copy, and it came with these nice extras. So very happy with that. I'm going to start off with some VHS first. First, a couple of Ryan Nicholson films. This is Caller. This is his newest film. I do not think it's on DVD yet. I think it's coming. I could be wrong on that. But this, in any edit, can I show the back of this? Yeah. In any case, this is what I seen first, was this VHS signed by Ryan and limited, and it just fantastic. I mean, I think they have two covers on this. I thought I ordered both, but I have to double check my receipt. But Vultra is doing some amazing VHSs. I never thought I'd get into VHS collecting, but the sickness has gotten to me. So, and it came with a nice little poster there too, and a swatch card featuring. I guess that was an actual shirt or jacket that was used in the film that they cut it up and put it on these cards and gave it out to people who got the video. So that's really cool. And this is, I believe, an older VHS of a movie I've never seen called Wired. And this was put out by King of the Witches VHS, who do amazing, amazing work. I have a couple of their mixtapes on VHS. And yeah, I can't wait to check this one out. I have absolutely no idea what it was about, but if it's Ryan Nicholson, I'm sure I'll love it. This is probably going to be the thing that everyone's talking about. I found this VHS coffin-shaped box. This company, I think this is CBS Fox. Yeah, CBS Fox. Put out this line of blood chillers. I think they had 6 films in the collection, all in a coffin-shaped case, and it just unbelievable. I'm surprised not many people talk about these. They are rare, but I do see them pop up every once in a while on eBay and what have you. Yeah, so anyone in the UK who collects tapes, definitely check these out. They are probably the best tapes I've ever seen. I mean, look at that artwork on these. And you can't beat the coffin packaging. One day I'm going to do all my coffin sets. But yeah, so that's Nightmare on Elm Street. What else do I got here? Got a couple more tapes. I got this Easter Bunny Bloodbath. This is from, I forget. Oh, this is from Briarwood Entertainment in conjunction with Lunch Meat magazine, which, if anyone does not know Lunch Meat, if you're a VHS collector, you got to read this zine. put out by Lunchmeat. It's one of the best zines on the market, if not the best. And yeah, it's dedicated to tape collectors, and they always have like, you know, all the hot info on, you know, what tapes are coming out from which company, and you know what to buy and all that. And they even put out their own releases, so a shout out to them. But I have not watched this yet. Around Easter time, I had ordered this, and I was trying to find Dustin Mills's film, Easter Casket. It was sold out. I could not get it. This popped up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get this. And I just, my VCR is acting up, so I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I can't wait to check that one out. And I got a Dutch VHS here. I just could not resist buying. It's based on the artwork here. This is Blackfist, and it's just amazing cover art here. I mean, I could see why Franz of Sound and Vision loves Dutch tapes. I mean, this is just quality in and out. I've never seen the movie, but I've never seen this artwork before either. So, and that's what the tapes look like inside. I don't know this company, Video 49, but they have a lot of cool artwork on their tapes, from what I've seen. And the last kind of novelty item I got here is this Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's an 8-track. Yeah, now they're getting into 8-tracks. I got this really cheap. You know, it's something I never seen. And the company that puts these out, I forget their name now, but the stuff sells out immediately. They only usually make 10 copies of things, and they're gone within seconds. So I was lucky enough to get that. I don't have any 8-tracks in my collection. I probably won't collect them, but you know, cool soundtrack, cool format, little oddity, and I just jumped on it. Before I get into anything else, I got 2 movies here that I want to give a shout out to Jason Whitney, because he held a contest last month where if you review something for like 5 minutes, you were entered into his contest, and I won first place. And I got to pick 2 movies out of, I think he had 7, and these were the 2 I picked. Hidden in the Woods and In the Folds of the Flesh. This is a giallo. This is kind of a art house type horror. I don't know if I'd call it in the extreme category, but yeah, it's a messed up film. I really enjoyed this one. This one I have watched, and yeah, it was fantastic. I really can't say enough good things about it. I'll show you some of the back. But yeah, it says it's one of the most controversial horror films ever to emerge from Latin America, and I think they're making a remake on this one. So if you like your Woods movies, that's definitely one to watch. This one I know also is got a CD reputation. I haven't read a lot of it, but I know that the cut that's on this film is hard to find. And Jason highly recommended this one to me out of all the ones he had. So I bid on this one, and I can't wait to check that one out. I got one more tape to show here before I get on to the Blu-rays and DVDs. I got this one, which it's really a manual 5, I think. But this is Joe D'Amato's Emmanuel series, but it went by this title in the U.S., Trap Them and Kill Them, which is why I bought this. I bought this. I wanted to do a video series on the 10 scariest horror titles ever released to video, or you know, whatever, to film. And this one is my number 1. That title alone scares the hell out of me, no matter what this is. You just look at these people; they're trapped in a bamboo cage in the jungle somewhere. It just, you know, it looks like a terrifying film, a film that would have terrified me looking at the video store shelves. Like, you know, there's a group of cannibals out there that are trying to trap humans and kill them. It just sounds just awesome. So, anyone, feel free to take that video and run with it and do your own, because it's so hard for me to make videos that I don't have a lot of time, and these ideas that pop in my head, they just die there. So, someone on Facebook was selling these for a reasonable amount. Day of the Dead and Last House on the Left. I collect both series, and these are German releases. And the really cool thing about these, besides the alternate cover art that I never see anywhere, is the way that discs are packed. They're huge. I mean, look at this is a Blu-ray in comparison to see how big it is. It's like almost twice the size of a Blu-ray because the discs are stacked on top of each other instead of like overlaid. And I just had really cool artwork. I just love it. And Last House on the Left. I mean, it's just really awesome releases. And unfortunately, from what I've heard, this was the only two titles that they released in this format. I guess the format didn't kick off for whatever reason over there. It didn't take off, I should say. So that's unfortunate. Next up, I got a Blu-ray, Devil's Due. And let me just take a quick... Oh, this... I would say this is the steaming turd of this update, but I think there's one other film that might take that cake, so I can't really say that. But this was horrible. I do not recommend this on my worst enemy here on YouTube. This is the slipcover of Eat the Schoolgirl, which I don't think I can show the inside of, or the back. Well, I don't know. But I have not checked this movie out yet, but, I got a great deal on this, and I love my Asian films. So, dying to check this one out. Next up is Gasp. Oh, for a second there, they changed this video. I thought this wasn't recording. I was about to start throwing out F-bombs. Enter the Void. This is Gaspar Noé's film from a couple years ago. This was balls to the wall, fantastic. This is 5 stars for me. I think, looking over all of these films, I think this is the one I enjoyed the most and recommend the most. The opening credits scene is a masterpiece. What they do with the lights and the colors and everything. Basically, this movie's simulating an acid trip, but it has like an out-of-body death experience where in the beginning of the movie, so this isn't really spoiling anything, a character is killed and he sort of like comes out of his body, so you're seeing what happens supposedly, after death. And it's just, this one, when, I don't know what is, death, movies about death and afterlife freak me the hell out. And this one was carved into my brain for a long time after watching it. I don't know if anyone, a lot of people say like Martyrs and stuff is a movie you watch and you have like a traumatic viewing experience that, you just wish you could scrub your brain free with Ajax or something to clean it out. Martyrs really didn't affect me that much. This one did. This one hit me right between the eyes, and I was like up all night thinking about death, and I don't know. This one, it was awesome though. And if you have a strong stomach or you don't really care about, that stuff doesn't bother you, afterlife and stuff like that. I recommend that highly. So that was a great movie. Toad Road, yeah, this one was another fantastic one. This one's by Exploitation as well. And they're putting out some great releases. And this was, I think, Elijah Wood, I think, is the owner of this company or something that put this out. But it won a lot of awards at festivals. And, this one is about I always forget the gates. If it's 11 or 12 gates of hell, it's sort of like they're going through the woods, and through each gate that they pass is a different I can't really put it into words, like interpretation of hell or a different level of consciousness, I want to say. It's really hard to explain. I'm lousy at reviewing things anyway, but so that was Toad Road. Definitely recommended. This one, I don't even know why it's in the pile here. It's not a horror movie. Primer. This is a time travel movie that a lot of people don't talk about. And to be honest with you, it was kind of boring to me. I don't know. I want to give it another watch. It is out of print and pretty expensive, so I don't want to say, hey, I'm throwing it out, handing it off to anybody. But I I watched this one late at night. It's a heavy movie. You gotta turn your brain on and be focused to watch this. House of Voices. This was recommended by Willie Mark One, and it's a ghost story done by the director of Martyrs, which is a great movie, a movie I love. This one here, I don't think it was one of his better movies, but I'm glad to have seen another movie that he directed. Very different style, I noticed. It's more of a slow burn, but you know, overall it was okay. I'd probably say maybe 6 out of 10. The ending is what's gonna a lot of people is gonna hate because it's kind of like a what the hell happened ending, and yeah, it doesn't answer a lot of questions and wrap things up, nicely in a bow for you. So that's that one. Smiley. I watched this, and right after I watched it, I swear probably someone from Men in Black came in with one of those steel flash strobe thingies and wiped my brain because I cannot remember a damn thing about this movie, and it's probably for the better. Rabid Love. This is an ultra low budget. I'll call it a little an uncovered gem. This was reviewed by Mr. Parker, who does a lot of these type reviews, and it was fantastic. Great soundtrack. It's nice sometimes to kick back and see what filmmakers can do, indie filmmakers can do without a budget, and a lot of big studio interference. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say. Then I picked up a couple of these Godzilla double features. These were at Best Buy for $10 a week ago, and they also, if you bought them, they gave you a gift card for $10. So it was like getting them for like $5 a piece, which I couldn't pass up. So grabbed both of those. And the last thing I picked up is Rob Zombie's horror picture show. This is the first live concert of that Rob Zombie's put on disc, and I haven't watched it yet, but I know what to expect. If anyone hasn't seen a Rob Zombie concert, you're really missing out. It is not just about the music; it's about the visuals. This guy loves his horror. He infuses it in his concerts. He usually has a lot of fucked up shit going on stage, and almost sometimes it's kind of like a haunted carnival or something. He usually has like one of those black and white pinwheel things going around, just sucking you in, and visuals on the screen of old movies, and just everything. Lots of smoke, but he always it's not just about the music; it's about the ambiance and the atmosphere, which is why I always wanted to have one of these on Blu-ray, and now it's here. Didn't get a lot of fanfare coming out. A lot of people probably don't even know it's out. So I'm telling you, go to Best Buy. It's in the music section. It's not in the DVD section, and grab this while it's available. It was cheap. It was like on release weekend. Anyway, I paid $16 for this. I think I even had like a $5 rewards card to throw at it. So it's going to be awesome. And that is my mega haul for May. And yes, I dropped a ton of money that I should not have done, but I think it was worth it. So yeah, let me know what you think about these pickups, and tell me what's been going on, and I'll talk to you soon.